Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to spin yarn with a Turkish spindle. This specific model is designed by me and my sister, and you can find links to it in the description if you want one. To do this you need one spindle, and this is a Turkish model. To assemble it, simply place the smaller piece inside the large one, aligning the holes. And this model is designed to be both top weighted and bottom weighted, so you don't need to choose until you're going to use it, of course. But before we can attach or spin something with it, we need a thread. And to do that, take your ball of wool and just drag out some material. Keep dragging until its bulkiness is not anymore going to get thinner, like there. You can see it's just running or separating. It's not thinning out. That's the perfect length to stop and add more spin. Let's keep doing this. You can see it's getting smaller, and there it starts to run. Just add some spin to it. Do this until you have a long enough thread to attach it to the Turkish spindle. To attach the string to the spindle, simply place the thread underneath one of the wings, and following the pattern that you will do all through the yarn you're going to make, so 1 under, 2 over. And for the first turn, I simply place the start of the thread underneath the thread going around and locking it into place on the spindle. As you can see there. And then I'm just going to keep there were 1 under, so 2 on top, 1 under, 2 over, and just keep doing that. To place it on the stick or on the shaft, I take my fingers and wrapping the string around 2 of them while pointing downwards. When you have the string around your fingers, I'm pointing upwards and placing the stick between my fingers, and that will create a knot that will keep the string on the stick. To see which direction you're going to spin, I just do a few turns and see if the yarn is unwrapping or adding more turns to the yarn. If it's adding more turns, it's the correct direction, and keep doing that direction all through all of your yarn, or at least this ball. If you have a hard time both spinning it and dragging out material, you can spin the spindle for a few seconds and then placing it onto your body, preventing it from unwrapping itself. And it's working just as well. It's just slower. To untie the knot, I simply drag on the thread underneath the knot towards the spindle, and then dragging the thread back, and that will untie it. And then I can do the 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over, and keep doing that. And that will create a perfect ball of yarn for you in the end that you can do use for knitting or making a 2-ply thread by respin the thread onto itself and making it stronger and more balanced. And this is the way. Just keep doing this, train, and you are going to both make it effectful, and you're going to do this, drop it a few times, and that's no problem. When you drop the spindle, the yarn will unwrap itself, making it just wool again, as you can see. So before you take what looks like a thread, I grab closer to the spindle, and then re-adding spin by moving my hand upwards and spinning the spindle at the same time. But I'm leaving a small piece of unspun wool, because this will be mixed together with the ball of wool or the material itself. By adding some, just a small amount, I'm drying out, placing it on top of the unspun part of your yarn, and then dragging it out together, it's going to attach itself back to the wool. And this might be a perfect time explaining how the yarn is working together with the wool. Because of the wool's property and some other fibers as well, it has some small hooks on each hair, and by adding spin to it, those small hooks are going to hook into each other and making it or prevent it from unwrapping or sliding apart, making a perfect yarn material. I just keep doing this. I add it around my fingers, untie it, add it to the Turkish spindle, or one under, two over, one under, two over. Keep doing that until you're getting close to the spindle. Add a thread. Just keep repeating. Your first ball of yarn are going to be effectful and quite hard to use, but it's a very special feeling that you made it yourself. If you don't want to use it, you can save it. Don't throw it away. It's really fun to have, I can promise you. And when you have done this for a while, much more than shown here on the video, but this is an example, so yeah, it's time to release the ball of yarn from the spindle, and this is where the Turkish spindle shines. Simply drag out the shaft, take the small piece and drag it out from the larger one, not the other way around, and then you can release your ball of yarn from the large piece. And you have a perfect ball to be used when knitting, or it's quite easy to do a 2-ply yarn from that ball itself, not needing any more tools to do it. Or you can just use it as it is. I hope you like this slightly slower and more relaxed instructional video, and hope you enjoy the really fun craft of spinning yarn. It's quite relaxing. I'm not a knitting person myself, but I do like to spin yarn. I hope you have a great day, and if you would like to support me and my sister, please check out the links to both either the Etsy shop or the Kickstarter project. Happy spinning, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.